Okay, good afternoon, Year 1. We are going to be looking at how we care for our environment in PDL today. Have a think now. I'd like you in a second just to pause the video and have a think if you can think of any ways in which we care for our environment at home and our environment at school. Pause the video now, see if you can think of some ideas. Great, well done. Yeah, you're absolutely right. There's loads of things that we do to care for our environment. We turn off the lights when we leave the room. We do that a lot in class. Well, I certainly do. When we leave the classroom, when you guys have gone home, we turn the lights off. And what else do we do? That's right, we recycle things. We recycle loads of things in our house and at school. Do you remember we have the two different bins at school? We have the grey bin and we have the green bin. So we've got recycling bin and we've got a normal waste bin. And you guys are fantastic at putting the right stuff in the right bin. So well done. Hopefully you do that at home as well. I know we certainly do in our house. We recycle lots and lots of things. And the dustbin people come on Wednesday and they take all of our recycling bin, and the next day they take all of our rubbish bin. So then they take it to a very special place where it can be recycled and reused again. So that's great. We do recycling as well. Well done. Let's have a look at my screen. Let me share my screen with you. And let's have a look at this game. Now, have a look, guys. What can you see? Hopefully you can see everything there. What ways can you spot in which people are looking after our environment? I can spot a few things. Shall we have a look at it together? Now, let's have a look at this tree. How does this tree help us with our environment? Yeah, that's right. Trees and plants help to clean the air and reduce pollution. Trees, not only do they provide a really good place for all of our animals, or not all of our animals, but lots of our animals to live in and to feel safe in, but they also provide us with oxygen, which is really important because oxygen is the air that we breathe. So it's really important that we have lots of trees up as much as possible, especially in very busy places, because they help us provide oxygen and keep our air clean. So trees are really important. Let's have a look. This young person here is watering the plants. Now it looks like a really hot day. And let me read what it says. It says this is wasteful because water evaporates quickly on hot days. That means it disappears in the heat. It has no use. It kind of vanishes. Instead, we need to try to water plants in the evening when we have a really hot day. So it's okay at the moment. It's raining loads, and so the rain waters all of our plants and trees. But when the weather's really hot, rather than waste the water and water our plants during the day, we really should water our plants in the evening when the sun's gone down and the water can last longer and have better effect. Right, what else can we spot? That's right, here we spotted a plastic bin to be recycled and a paper and a card bin to be recycled. You might spot them. I know they certainly have them at Whiteley Shopping Centre and places like that. Separate bins where you can recycle your rubbish as you're walking around the shops, which is fantastic. Now, this lady here, she's carrying a couple of plastic bags that you can get from the shops. Let me read what it says. It says take reusable bags to the shops instead of buying plastic ones. This helps cut down on the plastic waste. Now, it's really important that we don't use too much plastic in our day-to-day lives. So quite often you will see, hopefully your grown-ups have got some of those big reusable bags when they go to the shops, and they use them time and time and time again, so we don't waste anything. So it's a really good idea to take those great big shopping bags with you when you go to the shops with your grown-ups, rather than buying plastic bags all the time, because that's a bit of a waste. Now let's look at this boy here. He's drinking his water from a plastic water bottle. What do we think about that? Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's probably not the best idea. It's a really good idea. It says here to fill up reusable drinks bottles instead of buying disposable ones. Again, because this helps cut down on the amount of plastic, which is really important. Now, you guys are all fantastic at school. You all bring in your water bottles. We fill them up when they're empty, and you use them day after day after day. So that's great. That's a really good way that you guys are caring for your environment. Fantastic. Now, let's have a look here. Oh my goodness me. What can we see down the bottom down here? I don't think that's good. What do you guys think? Says here, yep, putting rubbish in the bin helps to keep our environment clean and tidy, and it prevents animals from eating harmful materials. Now, this is really important. Let's think about when we're at school and we're in our playground. Where do we tell you to put your rubbish? Yep, we tell you to put it in the bin, don't we? We don't like rubbish on the floor. We've got our goats at school, and if our goats eat the rubbish, they're going to get really poorly. So it's exactly the same whether you're at school, whether you're at home. We put our rubbish in the bin. We don't drop it on the floor to cause harm for animals or for other people to clear up. That would be really, really sad. I know some of you go on rubbish cleanups, which is fantastic. I think you go to the beach and to the park and you pick up rubbish that other people have left behind, which is really sad. So, great way for us to look after our environment. Make sure we put our rubbish in the bin and not on the floor. Fantastic. Now, let's look at this little boy here. Where's he off to? Looks like he might be off to school. He's got his rucksack on and he's dressed quite smart. Let's see what it says. Walking instead of driving helps to keep our air clean and protect our planet. We know so much about planets. It's a really good idea to protect our planet, isn't it? Now, driving sometimes not always very good because your car causes pollution, which can have a bad impact on our environment. So it's really important, if we can, that we walk or we cycle. I know a few of you have had new bikes during lockdown, so you're cycling everywhere, which is great. So we really should be trying to walk and cycle just as much as we possibly can to try and cut down on pollution in the air, and also to help keep us fit, which is really important. Fantastic. Now let's have a look. When we're inside our house, what sort of things, or at school, what sort of things can we do to help our environment? Let's see what it says. Yep, leaving lights on when they're not needed wastes energy and it wastes money, which I'm sure your grown-ups won't be very happy with. So it's really important that we turn off lights when we leave the room, when we turn off our computers when we leave the room. Really important, especially at the moment we're all doing lots of work at home. I know I am on a computer. So it's really important that I turn off my computer to save energy and to save electricity. And then when I leave the room, I flick the light switch off when I go. Fantastic. And then I think there's one more we'll look at just here. Now it says this is really appropriate for now. If it is a warm day, you shouldn't need to turn the heating on. This wastes money and energy. So if you're cold, you can just put on a jumper. I know in my family, we're all at home at the moment quite a lot. So we're trying not to put the heating on too much. And instead, we're trying to wear big jumpers just like this. So we save a little bit of energy and we save a little bit of money as well. So that's really great for our environment, to try not to put the heating on if we can, and instead to just wrap up a little bit warmer when we're at home during the day. Fantastic. Right, let me switch to my next screen, guys. We've got a little quiz, a little recycling quiz to play. I need to see if I can find it. Bear with me a second. Here we go. So it's Jumble recycling game. We spoke a little bit about recycling earlier on in this lesson chat. I have linked this game on Tapestry, so if you wanted to play it at home with your grown-ups, you're more than welcome to. It's great fun. Let me press play now. So what we need to do is we need to sort these items out into the card and paper rubbish. Just like at school, we have a card and paper bin, don't we? This one is metal, plastic and glass. So we don't have a bin just like that at school, but you might have one at home, a bin that's just for metal, plastic and glass. And then this last one is for compost. Anyone know what compost is? Yep, that's right. It's all of your food waste. So if your grown-ups are peeling potatoes, you might save the potato peelings. I know we certainly do in our house. We've got a compost bin in our garden. We put things like apple cores and banana skins, and any food waste that we have all goes into our compost bin. And what happens is, over many, many years, all that food disintegrates and turns into soil, which is amazing. It turns into compost, and we use it on our plants in our garden. So maybe lots of you at home would be doing that as well. So let's have a look. We've got a plastic milk carton here. Card and paper? Nope. Oh, you're right. Metal, plastic and glass. That's what's going to go in that bin there. Fantastic. Now here we have what I think is a scrunched up bit of paper. Now we waste a little bit of paper in our class, don't we? Sometimes we have to put things in the bin. You're right. We would put it in the card and the paper bin. Fantastic. Now over here we have or a bottle of bleach. Bleach is a cleaning product. Really, children shouldn't be using that. That should be for your grown-ups only. But we do obviously have to put it in the bin. Is it food waste? No, it's not food waste. That's right. It's a plastic bottle. It goes into the plastic bin. Fantastic. Oh, we have a can here. Can of drink, it looks like. Do we put it in the card and paper? No, of course not. We'll put it in the metal, the plastic and the glass, because normally those sort of cans are made out of a very thin metal. So we'll pop it in, we'll pop it in that bin. Great. What have we got underneath here? Oh, a glass bottle. Looks like maybe someone's had a bottle of wine or something like that. Is that food waste? No. You're right, guys. Well done. It goes into the glass bin. Fantastic. Now, this is a tea bag. Now, this is really interesting. Where would a tea bag go? It's not card or paper. It's certainly not metal, plastic or glass. Yeah, that's right. We can put tea bags into the compost. They can be used to compost in our compost bins to make soil eventually. So they can go with our food waste, our tea bags. Oops, we'll pop that one in there. Oh, what have we got here? A big cardboard box. Certainly use those at school sometimes. We normally use them for crafting, don't we? But actually, if we were going to pop them in the bin, we'd pop them over here. You're right, in the card and the paper bin. Well done. So well done, guys. Again, like I say, you've got this game on Tapestry, so you're welcome to play it in your own time if you want to. Okay. Oh, look, we got a score of 6 then. See if you can beat my score of 6. Okay, so your task today for your PDL is to fill in this sheet here. Now, I put this on Tapestry. Please don't worry if you can't print it. All you need to do is copy the information just into your writing books and just do your writing in there. So we need to think about all the different ways that we care for our environment in school and at home. We've talked about lots of different ways: switching off lights, recycling, making sure our rubbish goes in the bin, walking if we can walk instead of taking our car, lots of different ways. So I would just like you to try and write some sentences in each box here about how we care for our environment in school and how we care for our environment when we're at home. Okay, have lots of fun with that, guys. Enjoy, and I look forward to seeing your pictures on Tapestry later on today. Take care.